Good morning. This morning's text, 2 Timothy 4, verses 3 and 4, give us a little bit of the context for the exhortation of preaching the word and how to do that in season and out of season, rebuke, reprove, correct, and exhort with complete patience and teaching. Verse 3 gives the context of that along with verse 4. It says, "For the time is coming when people will not endure sound teaching, but having itching ears, they will accumulate for themselves teachers to suit their own passions and will turn away from listening to the truth and wander off into myths." So he's saying you've got to be prepared as a teacher and a pastor to equip people to think rightly, because the days are coming, and we're in them now, where people will want teaching that fits, he says, their itching ears. You know, you've got a need to scratch the itch. That is, that thing that's bothering you, that thing that's sort of causing you to give attention to it. And you want teaching that fits those things, he's saying. And there's going to be a time, he says, when people are going to just want what they want. And they're going to get people around them, teachers, to suit their own passions. Think about this. The change in culture today, and now we have churches that people select based upon whether or not they're gay affirming or not, whether or not they have a particular political leaning or not, whether or not they are flavored musically the way that we might like or not, whether or not they have this nuance or that nuance. It all begins to sort of gather around the personal passions of a particular person. And he's saying, look, if there's going to be times when people are just going to fragment into affinity groups, and those affinity groups are going to be based upon whatever itch they need scratched in the moment. And people are going to turn away, he says, from listening to the truth and wander off into myths. This is a concern I have right now in our culture. I see more conspiracy theories going around. The coronavirus has got a zillion conspiracy theories. If we hear one story, we find one shred of evidence, we build a whole narrative around it. If something could possibly be true, then it most certainly must be true. This kind of thinking is leading us into a distraction away from the gospel, a distraction away from the primary focus that we're to have as the church, to be people who don't give in to the chaos, who don't fuel the concern, but instead who give an equilibrium to the hearts and minds of others. So my encouragement to you is don't surround yourself with people who itch your ears. Stand on the truth of the gospel, want the truth of the gospel, want the truth of the Bible, and be settled in that for the glory of God, not that which itches your ears, and not crazy mythological conspiracy theories or other things. Sit with the Word of God and the God of the Word, and let your theology instruct you, rather than getting off into fanciful things that only take you away from that which God desires, namely the fruit of the Spirit in the midst of a chaotic culture. I hope you have a good and blessed day.